Hey guys, welcome back. Brandon, Jesse, Carl here from Abundant Living, and we're here to invite you down for the next Vilcabamba lifestyle retreat that we'll be having in the month of July. There's a link below in the description, so click that for more information. But we're here to tell you a little bit about the retreat so you can get a picture and a feel of what it is like to come down and vacation or visit Vilcabamba and be part of the retreat. The first thing we want to let you know is that the retreat will be held at the fabulous Hotel Vilcabamba. Vilcabamba is an amazing resort in town that has phenomenal views. They've got a restaurant in-house, they've got a spa, massages in-house, they've got pools, epic views. What am I missing about Vilcabamba, guys?
It's a beautiful, it just feels good there.
It does feel good.
The vibe is great. You can't stay at Vilcabamba and not be happy during your stay. It's run very well as well. Great staff. And you know, the really, as we designed this retreat, we're going into our fifth one now. As we designed this retreat, the whole point of it from our perspective is to give you as much value as we possibly can. So we designed it, you know, leveraging our 25 plus whatever years of being here. We designed it with what would we want to know? If we were coming down, we only had, 9 days, it's a 9-day retreat. We only had 9 days. What would we want to see? What would we want to learn? What's the most sort of transfer of knowledge we can give people in the shortest amount of time? And so as part of that, you see all of the areas, and it's really, there's all kinds of beautiful nooks and crannies in this region. So you see all the areas we can get to in that period of time. And you get a massive amount of information. So we've got expert panels. We've tapped, the leading experts in the country on shipping containers and visas and taxes and legal and doing business here and real estate and insurance, construction. Yeah. They're really amazing panels. I actually enjoy even participating in some of them. In addition to all the stuff, the feel stuff, right? You want to come here and you want to see, do I like it here? Is this the right place for me? So you're eating at all the restaurants, you're integrating into the community, you're getting, site visits to other expats who have come and set up their life here and seeing, what are the pros and cons? What have they done? What's available to you? You're getting a sense of the market as well. So, you have an idea on prices and areas. It's really a packed retreat value-wise, and then we've also built in all the fun stuff that Carl's going to talk about in a second, as well as some downtime, massage. It's really an enjoyable week.
Yeah, this is definitely something that I wish was around. Being part of the last 2 retreats, guys, I've got to see firsthand what it's like coming down here and moving my family here without the retreat, and then being part of the last 2, seeing all the information shared and the contacts made that the retreat participants get now. You nailed it. Like, I wish this was around when I came down, because it would have saved me a bunch of time, a bunch of hassle, a bunch of money in a few ways as well. So yeah, it's definitely been a value-packed event, and I'm glad we're doing this because it truly helps people that want to come down here, and it makes it much easier for them to get down here.
And sorry, Carl, you get all the connections too, right? So one of the big things about Ecuador is you need connections to be successful here. And so we transfer all of those to you. So when you go home and you recalibrate and decide, if you want to come down or not, if you make the decision, you already know, I can use this person for that. I have this friend for that. I have this relationship for that. And then you have us at your disposal as well. So it's really a useful tool in that way also.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on the WhatsApp group. So before the retreat, we create a WhatsApp group with all the participants. We start discussing the event. But these WhatsApp groups, some of them are a year old and people are still communicating. Participants have made lifelong friendships. We're still active in those groups. We're still sharing information. And if you're part of our retreat, we continue to help you out, and we're available even after the retreat. So that's also an added bonus.
That's a fun part. Like, these groups that still exist from retreats from the past. Some folks have moved down here. Some folks are still in their home country in the States and Europe and Canada. But everybody creates this bond, and they stay connected, and people share information and give updates about their lives. And it's really cool to be part of that, because they really are. They become friends. People have created these bonds, and then everybody's on a little different timeline. So sometimes people are moving down immediately. Some people have a year plan or a 6-month plan or a 2-year plan. And everybody kind of keeps sharing information and updates, and it's really rewarding to be part of.
Yeah, there's a few more presentations I wanted to mention. We bring in a dentist, we bring in a veterinarian, we have alternative health practitioners, as well as doctors, medical doctors, etc. So that's an added bonus. There's also a panel of builders, constructors, architects that talk about how buildings are built here in Ecuador, etc.
Costs, timelines, materials, pretty in depth.
And it's not just business either. What are some of the fun things that people get to do while they're here?
Yeah, so we packed the retreat with a few fun, special, adventurous activities. We hike up the Mandango, the famous mountain there, for those who are able to. For those who don't want to do that, we have a vistas tour. So we drive to all of the different viewpoints around the valley. That's on the second day, so you get a really good idea of the area in general. A few days later, we go on a horseback ride up to the waterfalls or a horseback ride down by the rivers. We also go to quite a few really nice river spots where we can go for a quick swim. There's another waterfall property about 45 minutes away from here where massive waterfalls, you can jump in, go for a swim there. It's beautiful as well. There's a bit of hiking. We go see some properties. We visit all of the surrounding areas. It's not just Vilcabamba, it's Kinara, Tumyanuma, Yangana, Masanamaka, Malacatos. We spend a day in the city of Loja, so you can get to see that as well.
Yeah, and it's also just a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun on these retreats, hosting them. The participants have had a blast. Even if you're just looking for a great vacation, it's a great way to come and see Ecuador and spend a week with great people. I've been blown away by the quality of people who have showed up on these retreats. And the other point too to make is, we've been here a long time. Everywhere in the world has its pros and cons. Our goal is to shoot you straight. Our goal is so that you come down, you understand the pros and cons, the advantages, the disadvantages, what's easy, what's difficult, what's easy to transition, what's hard to transition, what are the inconveniences, what's more convenient. We get you a feel. What does it feel like here? What does the lifestyle look like? What does it feel like? Because it's different, than
right.
Probably where you're coming from. So, it's a good time. We'd love to see you down here. Anything else we want to touch on?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, guys, because we're kind of spoiled now that we live down here and we're here every day. But the retreat really is a condensed example of what life could be like in Vilcabamba should you choose to relocate here. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to go hike Mandango every day, although some people do that every day. Yep. So it's a possibility for you to do that should you want to. But the retreat really gives you a real tangible example of what life and what your lifestyle could be like living in this area, in this region, whether you're in Vilcabamba or one of the surrounding areas. And it's really awesome to kind of get that real flair, and you get the pros, you get the cons, you get the pluses and minuses, but it's real. And then you can make a decision and you can feel good about it either way you go.
Yeah, and there's yoga every morning as well available, and we do get the physical activity in. So if you're on that kick, you won't lose that. If you're not, then we have other options for folks that don't want to, hike mountains and things like that.
Did you mention the massage, the downtime?
Yeah, right. We get a little downtime built in. There's a great massage as well, as Carl mentioned.
Yeah. Another thing to point out is Vilcabamba is a small town. We've got about 6, 7, 8,000 people. Don't really know the figures exactly yet.
I think it's 15 at this point.
With the sprawl.
With the sprawl.
15?
The parroquia.
Okay. Yeah, it could be. But for a small town in the middle of the Andes Mountains in southern Ecuador, we got the widest variety of international restaurants of really high quality, high level, delicious food in a small town in Ecuador. So we get to experience that as well, part of the retreat. We go to all the best restaurants in the area, in the city of Loja as well. And Vilcabamba has microbreweries. They make their own beer, German beer there, so you can have access to that as well if you're interested.
There are actually several microbreweries in town for all you beer connoisseurs. There's several microbreweries in town that you'll be able to check out while you're here should you like to. But the restaurants, we should touch a little bit on the restaurants. The restaurants there's Italian restaurants, authentic Italian folks running and cooking, Mexican restaurants, Indian restaurant, Korean restaurant, Turkish, Middle Eastern restaurants,
a sushi place,
Palestinian sushi, like places for a sleepy village in the Andes Mountains. You nailed it, Carl. Like you would never expect to see this international flair here.
Yeah,
it's pretty impressive.
So guys, sign up in the link below. Reach out with any questions. retreat@abecuador.com is the email to get us. And we'd love to see you down here. Hope to see you soon.
Come join us, guys. Ciao, ciao.